like, well, we had PhDs up here, we had teachers up here, we had engineers up here, we had marketers up here. Yeah, hashtag tall, dark, and handsome up here. We'll bring this guy up last, and everybody will realize they can do this too. No, like Meredith said, my name is Jonathan. I'm a police officer by trade, and I'm going to let my beautiful wife JoDee start by introducing why we got into Rodan Fields, and then I'll come back up and tell you a little bit more of why a guy like me is up here hustling ice cream.
I have to follow him every single time. It would be so much easier.
Oh, I have jokes.
Yeah, he's got jokes. Just wait. Jonathan shared that he was a police officer. Before I joined Rodan Fields, I was a nurse. I was a cardiac nurse for the majority of my career, and the last several years I was a forensic nurse. But I saw one of those crazy before and afters on Facebook. How many of you guys have seen one of those? Yeah, it was annoying sometimes. Before and afters, I saw one. And the first couple that didn't apply to me were kind of annoying, and then I saw one that applied to me. And in the before picture, the lady had a lot of sun damage, and in the after picture, her skin looked fabulous. Normally, when we talk all by ourselves and we don't have the help of corporate, Jonathan has already thrown me under the bus and told you that he is 10 years younger than I am. So I'll just go ahead and tell you, I was 10 years older than he was, and I did not want to look 10 years older than he was. And so I called my girlfriend and said, I need some of that product. And she laughed. It was Wendy Green, and she said, wow, that's the easiest sale I've had all day. I was like, well, I need some stuff. And she shared with me about the clinically proven skincare, and she shared with me about this business and how it was adding to the bottom line financially for her family. And she shared with me details about the business that you guys have all heard about tonight. I'm type A, so I got off the phone. I said, let me research this. And I got off the phone and I realized just what you've heard, that this is an amazing opportunity. And so the next day I called her back and I said, okay, I'm going to join you. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? The worst thing that's going to happen is I'm going to have great skin, right? And she said, right. And so we jumped in. Within 8 months, Jonathan and I hit car volume, which means your team is selling $125,000 worth of products a month. At 10 months, I looked at him and I said, hey, maybe you should stay home. A daddy home, and we had 4 kiddos, a daddy home, I think, is better for their kids. So I said, why don't you come on home? At 12 months, I was able to retire myself, and in April, it'll be our 3-year anniversary in this business. And to say that this business has radically changed our life is an understatement of the year. These products work, you guys. If you're here tonight and you're interested in products, there's so many people in this room that are a living proof, a living before and after. So man, talk to the person that brought you. But I know, you know what I've learned in these presentations is that everybody smiles at me and they're like, she's so cute, oh yeah. And then he gets up here and the whole room like leans forward. Like, what in the world does he have to say? So, I won't put that off anymore and I'll allow you to hear from my better half.
I like to call myself a professional coattail rider because that's exactly what I do. She is the heart and soul of our organization, and I just kind of come behind and enjoy all the benefits. I hate talking in front of people, and I've had 1 scotch tonight, so maybe I won't seem as nervous as I normally do, but I do hate talking in front of people. But I often tell people it'd be a shame if I didn't get up here and tell my story. Trust me, I would rather be in a field right now with my bird dogs, shooting birds, or on the deck of a bass boat, or driving around in my tractor, than to be up here in front of a couple 400 people talking about skincare, nonetheless. But with that being said, JoDee did start this business, and in month 3, I looked at her and I said, what the heck are you doing? And I'll be honest with you tonight, I'm in this business for the money, and the money. Now, I'm going to pick my corporate staff up off the floor here, and they're like, don't say that. But let me clarify and qualify that statement a little bit, because I think it goes a long way into telling you a little bit of insight about our hearts. But over the years of 2013 and 2014, JoDee and I committed to give over 33% of our income to our church that was building a brand new building in Fredericksburg, Virginia. That was in addition to the 10% we already brought as the tithe. So 43% of my police officer's salary and 43% of her nursing salary went straight to our church. In addition to that, in April of 2013, when we started with Rodan and Fields, we said we're going to give away 25% of everything we make. 15% to a cause or a charity we felt worthy of supporting during any particular month, and 10% to the church as the tithe. So when I say it's about the money tonight, it is about the money. It truly is about the money. It's about... I'm not saying you have to do that, but I'm telling you there's a blessing been blown away. It's been blown away over our family. But it's about another thing for us too, and that's our little girl. JoDee mentioned we have 4 kids. We have a 20-year-old. He's at Liberty University. God's doing some awesome things in his life there. We have a 9-year-old who I'll talk about in just a second. And we have 2 adopted kids, 6 and 5. And I love telling the story of, do I kind of tell the story? Well, I've already given it away. I'll tell that story. I probably won't. Anyway, our 6 and 5-year-old, we've adopted, and they're 2 little black kids, and Chesney, our little black boy, he's 6-year-old, and he's got the best moves of anybody. And I said, I'm talking about it. He was down the street the other day, and he told somebody, he said, I look just like my daddy. I'm like, he's going right to you. But what I came here tonight to tell you is my kids are my passion, and my family is my passion, and they are my purpose. And whether you believe it or not tonight, I don't know, but everybody in this room has a purpose on this earth. And I don't know what yours is, but T.D. Jakes says it best. He says, if you can't figure out your purpose, figure out your passion. For your passion will lead you right to your purpose. And that's what it's about. Now, my passion is not skincare, but my purpose is my family. My purpose is our 20-year-old, our 6 and our 5-year-old, and that little 9-year-old I told you about earlier. She has intellectual disabilities. She's going to be living with us for the rest of her life. And in the year 2013, JoDee and I read a book called Living the Dream by Daniel Floyd, and it asked you to find your purpose. And we found out that was her. And in 2013, a dream was birthed in our heart that we would start a dog boarding facility and a therapeutic horse riding farm that would employ Andy as she got older. Kind of create a safe haven for her. Because what I knew as a police officer was that the people that got taken advantage of the most were the intellectually disabled. And what JoDee knew as a sexual assault nurse was that the people that got taken advantage of the most sexually were the intellectually disabled. I didn't want that for my daughter. JoDee didn't want that for Andy. We didn't want that for anybody else. What Rodan and Fields has done is turned a 20-year dream into a 3-year reality. We're breaking ground on that facility this month, hopefully. But here's the catch. It's so much more than what we thought. It's not only going to employ Andy as an intellectually disabled person, it's going to employ a whole community of intellectually disabled people. And that's what it's about. So I don't know if this is your vehicle, but I'm telling you it's a darn good one. And you've got a vehicle out there that'll take you right to your purpose. This is just a vehicle for me. It truly is. I don't even use the products. Don't tell Dr. Rodan. Devil crushing Dr. Rodan, you know what I'm saying? Don't tell Kathy that. Dr. Rodan turns me down. I'll take that. But this truly is a business that can, and I don't know where you're at in life right now, whether you're walking in victory or you're walking in struggle. But this brought us out of a battle, and it's been a blessing to our family. And moving forward, it can be a blessing for you. And again, I'm not pressuring anybody into buying anything. I'm not trying to sit up here and pull your heartstrings and tell you. I'm just telling you what it did for my family. And in 3 years, I was able to leave a job that's pretty hellacious to be in right now. And I'm also able to build a dream that's going to impact not only one intellectually disabled person, but a whole community. And that's what it's about. So I hope you hear that. I hope you hear our hearts. We're not here to take your money. Trust me, I'm not making a dime tonight. Well, I got a tip jar somewhere. So that being said, I'll turn it back over to my beautiful wife.
Oh my
and-
gosh, he's the bomb digger. I get the pleasure of bringing back on stage Meredith Teason. Our regional staff is amazing. Our corporate staff is amazing. Buck, thanks for being here and taking the place and pushing Meredith on out. And come on up. She's
And
going to
Sam,
share.
Sam's here.
And Sam is brand new. Thanks, Jonathan. And Meredith's going to share one last exciting thing with you that you don't want to miss.